Welcome to BM's Music Biz Mastery. Hi, lovely people. You're in for a real treat in this episode. We're going to uncover the groundbreaking secrets of achieving a mix that's so lethal, it will have your music begging for mercy. First, let's address two common misconceptions: expensive gear and extensive knowledge. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need to break the bank or be a sound engineering genius to create fantastic mixes. What you do need is a keen ear, practice, and an understanding of some fundamental principles. Join me as we delve into 10 indispensable tips for crafting an exceptional mix. Tip number 1, balancing act. The core of mixing is finding the right balance between different elements in your mix, like vocals, instruments, and drums. Start by setting a balanced level for each track. Initially, adjusting the instruments level should already resolve numerous mixing issues. Take a moment to attentively listen to your track before diving into EQ or compression adjustments. Tip number 2, panning. Panning refers to the placement of audio signals in the stereo field. Sounds can be panned to the left, right, or anywhere in between. A centered pan position means equal volume in both speakers, mono. Use panning to position sounds across the stereo spectrum to create a sense of space in your mix. To make your track sound wider, pan different elements to varying degrees. For instance, pan rhythm guitars slightly left and right, or double-tracked vocals or instruments for a wider sound. Important elements like lead vocals, bass, and kick drum are often best kept near the center to maintain focus and clarity. The center is crucial for anchoring your mix. Tip number 3, equalization. EQ is your best friend because it helps you shape the tonal characteristics of each track. Cut unwanted frequencies and boost the good ones. If necessary, cut frequencies around 150, 300 Hz to reduce muddiness and make your mix sound cleaner. To get more clarity and presence, boost frequencies in the 2 to 5 kHz range to add clarity and presence to vocals, guitars, and other instruments. The most important thing to know when using EQ in mixing is that it's not about following a strict set of rules, but rather about using your ears and making context-aware decisions. Here are some key principles to keep in mind. Listen actively, start by cutting unwanted frequencies to clean up the mix and make space for other elements. Tip number 4, compression. Using compression effectively in mixing is about understanding its primary role, to control the dynamic range of audio signals. The most important thing to know about compression is that subtlety is often the key to success. Start by setting the threshold so that compression only engages when needed, and choose an appropriate ratio to gently even out the dynamics. Adjust the attack and release times to suit the source material, allowing transients to shine through while smoothing out sustained sounds. Remember, less can be more with compression. Overcompression can squish the life out of your mix. Practice, trust your ears, and experiment to find the sweet spot for each element in your mix. Tip number 5, reverb and delay. In mixing, reverb and delay are valuable for adding depth, but the key is moderation. Adjust decay time and wet-dry mix carefully to prevent muddiness with reverb. For delay, balance feedback and timing to match your track's rhythm. Keep context in mind, using shorter reverb for vocals and more extended reverb for ambience. The goal is to enhance spatial qualities without overshadowing your audio's clarity and focus. Tip number 6, automation. Creating effective automations in your mix is essential for adding movement, dynamics, and emotion to your music. It allows you to shape the evolving energy of your tracks, making them more engaging and dynamic. To make great automations, focus on subtlety and purpose. Automate volume to emphasize certain phrases or instruments. Automate panning to create motion, and adjust effects parameters to enhance transitions. Ensure automation enhances the song's emotion, guiding the listener and bringing it to life. Tip number 7. Reference tracks. Reference tracks are professionally mixed tracks in the same genre as your project. They serve as sonic benchmarks during mixing, helping you achieve a balanced and competitive sound. Reference tracks matter because they provide a clear reference point for tonal balance, dynamics, and overall quality. By comparing your mix to these references, you can identify areas for improvement, ensure your mix translates well across different playback systems, and achieve a more polished and competitive final product. Tip number 8. Bus processing. Bus processing involves applying effects or adjustments to a group of tracks, typically of the same instrument type, like drums or vocals, rather than individual tracks. It matters because it adds cohesion and tonal shaping to the overall mix. For instance, you can apply compression, EQ, or saturation to a drum bus to glue the drum kit together, or use a stereo bus processor to add subtle coloration to the entire mix. Bus processing allows you to enhance the collective impact of multiple tracks, creating a more unified and polished sound in your mix. Tip number 9. Final listening. Final listening is absolutely crucial when mixing, serving as the last step before delivering your work. It allows you to spot any issues or imbalances and ensure your mix translates well on various playback systems. To make sure your final mix sounds professional, listen in different environments: studio monitors, headphones, car speakers, and even earbuds. Take notes and make necessary adjustments based on what you hear. Tip number 10. Digital Audio Workstation. The Digital Audio Workstation is your creative hub for mixing and producing music. While the specific digital audio workstation choice is a matter of personal preference, they all offer essential mixing tools and capabilities. What matters most is your familiarity and comfort with the software you choose. The best one is the one you know well, as it allows you to work efficiently and creatively. Many popular digital audio workstations like Pro Tools, Logic Pro, Ableton Live, and FL Studio offer excellent mixing capabilities, so pick the one that suits your workflow and style the most. In conclusion, mastering the art of mixing is a journey that combines technical knowledge with creative expression. With these 10 pro tips and techniques, you're well equipped to elevate your mixing game. Remember that practice, patience, and trust in your ears are your greatest allies. Keep experimenting, keep refining your skills, and most importantly, keep making great music. If you enjoyed this video even half as much as I enjoyed making it, please hit that subscribe button and join our musical misadventures. And if you didn't enjoy it, well, subscribe anyway. Maybe we'll grow on you like a catchy earworm. Thanks a million for sticking around and watching. You're the real most valuable players of this mixtastic journey.